Alright everybody, welcome back to Into the Veil. I'm your host Rachel, and again thank you for being here. We had just finished up the last channeling session with Anku and a friend of his, co-worker Zorth. And as we were beginning to leave, I just kept feeling this energetic pull that there was more. So we are going to present more. Anku. A couple of weeks ago, we had some huge battery issues. We were doing some nighttime video. And at that time, I had felt a very high vibrational being wanting to communicate. And we had barely touched on that, and we had lost all of the audio to the session, and honestly, I did not have good remembrance. But this one presents herself as an energy that I picked up back at the end of May in a video. We had started becoming very aware of elemental energies. And I have only picked her up once in video. She gives her name as Anji and confirms Anji. Anji is actually very 60. Her energy is very light. When I see her in the one image, what I do get is that she is it elven, Anji? Are you elven? She gives me the term ancient race. She's actually really kind of excited to talk about this because the elven race has, not just the elven race, but elementals in general, had to go into hiding. Is that a good way to put it? Okay. They were created out of the first energies that came from the stars, the helium, hydrogen, oxygen. They're of the air. And part of their primary job is to, I guess you could say, take care of trees, especially in that they produce oxygen, and these could not survive without it. She said not just us, but other air energies specifically could not survive without oxygen. She's very she gives me a sense of authority also. She's very matriarchal in her energy. Kind of motherly, but more based on age, wisdom. She said, I don't work well with emotion. She jokingly says that's for the element of water. This lift rod's just... But her energy is very... It's very pure. It's very clean. Less tainted by us as a people, or less tainted by... Maybe it's the lack of emotion that creates that feeling. Less baggage, less... She's much drier. She said, but I do care. I care very much for the earth. And now we're pointing this way. She said, rather than just this woods, although I do visit, she said that her agenda is more in line. She describes to me that there is I'm going to use the word collective group, a group of light beings that are trying to work together, not just for the betterment of man, but also for the planet. She mentions Anku. She's known Anku a while. He is part of this group. And in that, it feels as if she's saying, it isn't about saving the planet. It's about being responsible for our own part. Is that correct? And through that responsibility, when we begin to make the right decisions, the planet will heal itself. It's designed to heal itself. Some of the experiences that the earth displays, she gives me the word displays, are because it's overwhelmed. And she shows me things like earthquakes and fires and flooding, volcanic activity. But all of these things are like a purge, are a massive attempt to cleanse. She says that if we don't want the earth to react so fiercely, stop making her act so fiercely. She is your mother. Elementally, she is your mother, because you were made of earth and water. She said we would be helpers and friends. Elementals in general would be helpers and friends. Of course, as with any race, there are those that don't see clearly. There are those that try not to acknowledge man either, because over centuries man has proven to be their enemy. And at one point tried fiercely in your history to eliminate them. Fear is never productive. It's meant to teach, but not meant to live by. She said, man, when they don't understand powers, when they don't understand abilities, or understand what they see, they react, really, in the most violent ways. She said, much like Anku's people, we would like to have a relationship again. We would like to be seen. We would like to... She speaks of teaching about herbs, teaching about trees, and right now she said, I'm speaking for all elementals, but teaching about what nature really has to offer. That everything we needed was given to us from the beginning. And this ancient race, she said, this ancient race was called upon to help design the earth herself. It was God's will. But they were the worker bees. They were the... God said, make it so, and they went to work. And she said, I have much to teach you, if you will allow me. But know that we are friends, and we do offer support. Okay, Anji. Anything else? She says thank you. Anku says thank you. He's been kind of anxious to present Anji, because I feel that as we get to know the Sasquatch people more, he's saying a natural byproduct of that vision, a natural byproduct of that elevation in sight and hearing is also being able to see these other beings. And it is important for harmony and for balance, not only for us to give credence to the people, our big hairy fellas, but to also give credence, respect, and honor to the others that are here for us to help us. He said respect of the earth is huge. And Anji's people are here to try to assist us in that. And others as well. But anyway, I could not leave without doing this. I hope that it helps. If you have questions, of course, comment below. All the information for readings, for anything you need to email me about will be in the description box. Like, share, and subscribe, and I hope to see you again very soon. Thank you.